30-second countdown. Hey, good morning and welcome to Coffee Morning. My name's Adam Duval, the mental health warrior, and we are here to make people laugh. Why he says that? Because people don't realise what laughter can actually do to someone's mindset. So all I've got to say is, for the very first time, welcome Pete Can.
How are we doing, Adam? You all right?
I am brilliant. How are you?
I'm really good, mate. I'm really good. I've laughed already a couple of times this morning, mate. So I'm on form.
Fantastic. So for the viewers, please tell me who you are, where you're tuning in from, and let's hear your story. So for the viewers, Pete, just tell us a little bit about who you are.
So my name's Pete Can, and I am the Laughter Man. So I run laughter yoga sessions online for businesses, individuals, and so basically based in Bristol, southwest UK. And I've run a little bit of backstory about me. I've run a chef agency in Bristol for the last 12 years, so supplying chefs to pubs, restaurants, hotels, everything that shut down back in March last year. And our business sort of ground to a halt, and I discovered laughter yoga back in 2016 when I was at a festival, and so it was probably 2019 when I started actually practicing it more regularly, because and we'll probably dive into the story a little bit later of how it's helped me sort of mentally to cope with things. But ultimately in 2019 I was having a bit of a split where I was like, right, I'm over here, the director of the chef agency, which is cool, that's good, it's creating the lifestyle that we want to live. But the Laughter Man or laughter yoga is what I really wanted to do. And I really felt really passionate. I wanted to bring laughter to workplaces. So, but every time I sort of kept going over to the red hat, which is part of my brand, I kept getting pulled back over to here, and it kept pulling me this way. So basically when it got to March and everything shut down, I started laughing like daily, sort of 3 times a day. Like, and when I say laughing, we're talking 10 minutes of laughter with other people, just to, because I knew the benefits of laughter. And within about 3 weeks, I was like, wait there, this is working online as well. So actually, and then I just started creating a workshop online with corporates, and next thing I know, this is it, I'm full-time the Laughter Man, and the which is amazing. It's amazing. And actually the chef business is coming back slowly now as well, which is great as well. But I haven't got time for that now personally.
So through school, would you say you was the comedian of the class
when I was at school? One of them, definitely. I mean, this is it's interesting because like when sort of back at school, I definitely was the joker, one of the jokers of the class, and I loved drama. I loved doing drama, but I never did it for GCSE because I was sort of advised with my parents. They said, "Oh, you should do sciences instead." So I went and did sciences, and I was crap at it, really bad. It wasn't me. And I think about the full cycle now, about where I am now. I am basically the theatre. I'm basically doing my being the actor, being the entertainer. I think is probably the right word.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, you said you've got your props, so you're not the first person to come on the show with props. We did have someone called Michael Weitzman. I know he's going to be on your show in June. So yeah, he's awesome. He really is awesome. I did have him as Miss Staying Alive as well. So
right.
But I don't know which one you're going to have that day. I don't know.
Oh, it's brilliant. He's got a couple of alter egos, hasn't he? I've seen. So it's but it's good because he understands the benefits of humor and comedy and laughter to all the positives that it's bring. It's important, Adam, to laugh. It's really important, and we just forget. We forget how important it is to laugh. Children laugh 200 to 300 times a day, and then we hit adulthood and we just forget to be childlike. And actually being childlike is really good for us because we're more creative, we're more in awe of stuff. And like you think about when the kids go, or when we were at school, what would they do now? Obviously still at lunchtime they go and play for an hour, and then you come back after school, after the hour's lunch, and you're already learning again. And it was never a problem to learn after lunch because you'd had that break and that play. Whereas for us, if we have our hour lunch, we just sit on the phone and we scroll, and we might go on whatever, some social media, or we might read the paper or whatever. But actually, imagine if we were in a car park with everyone that we worked with and we were playing for an hour. Can you imagine how more creative we would be in the afternoon?
Yeah, my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, did actually say that in the playground yesterday when I dropped her off at school. She said to a friend, she's like, I wish we didn't have to learn. I wish we just had to play games all day. So yeah, so they are picking up on it very slowly.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we learn through play as well. You definitely you take more in if you're actually being playful with what you're doing, even if it's quite an important thing that you're doing. If you're having fun with it, it sticks to the mind more.
Absolutely, yeah, because mental health and our physical health, it all starts there. Absolutely.
Massively.
Yeah. So obviously you do this not just to make people laugh, but to break the stigma of mental health also. So my next question is, what does mental health mean to you?
So I think personally, mental health means, just being able to look after your mind, because it is the most important, it's the most powerful tool on your whole body. A lot of people are like, well, your heart is. Well, actually, if your mind's not in control of everything, then actually everything else can just fall apart anyway. And you hear some amazing stories where people have been able to combat illnesses because of the way they think and the way that they, if you think positive thoughts, if you think energy, you think wellness, then actually your body becomes that tool. You achieve it really. So obviously there is the stigma that especially with men's mental health, that we don't talk. We don't talk to each other. We don't share the problems that are going on in our minds. And I think that's really, really, really important. And what's really interesting actually, Adam, is that especially with the laughter, and I don't know if it's the yoga bit of laughter yoga, but predominantly, all right, kids.
No, that's my autistic son.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We should do some laughter in a minute with him.
Not when he's in crisis.
No.
But he is a comedian as well. I think that's linked to his autism as well, where he uses comedy to get through the day.
Yeah. No, it's important. So I mean, I was just saying how it's interesting because it's predominantly ladies that come to the laughter sessions because actually when you laugh and you laugh, when you actually give yourself over to laughter as well. And when I say give, when we laugh, when you have that belly laugh, that uncontrollable laugh where you can't stop laughing and you just like, you go, and you can't think of anything else. You're just literally in that moment. Men don't want to go there as well as much as women, I don't believe. Just being that actual present in that, or not being in control, I think is probably what it is.
See, I remember the last time I actually had a full belly laugh, and it was actually back in March, just gone, for my birthday. Obviously, I turned 30, going on 80. So, and it got to the point where I was literally purple in the face.
Yeah. All the blood flowing. That's all your endorphins firing up in your face, basically. So exactly. It's But how did you feel afterwards?
I ended up throwing up because of it. I know, weird, eh?
That is odd. And you've been drinking as well, though.
I was.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it's just one of them. But it's. What was you like the very first time you did that first podcast, that first video?
Oh, what, the laughter video, or
yeah.
what you mean when I first discovered laughter yoga?
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay. So I mean, I first discovered it back in WOMAD, a festival down in the southwest,
All right.
and I was walking through like the Arboretum and heard laughter, and I thought to myself, "There's a comedian." Walk around the corner, and there's literally 100 people just lying on the floor, just laughing. And I was just like, "What's going on?" Like, you can visualize these 100 people just lying there laughing like uncontrollably, and I was just like, "I know I'm at a festival, but this is really weird." And then there was a sign saying "Laughter Yoga Daily" at 11:30. So I went and did it the following day, and the lying down bit was the end of it. So we do lots of different breathing and laughing exercises in laughter yoga, and your body doesn't know the difference between fake laughter and real laughter. So after literally five minutes of fake laughing, we were uncontrollably laughing. But so the lying down bit, when I was lying down, I was literally just couldn't stop laughing. And when I felt like I'd stopped laughing, someone started giggling to my left, and that was it. Boom, I was off again. And then once we did the meditation, so part of it's not just a spike of laughter, we actually then do a meditation just to bring everyone back down.
Yeah.
I felt really clean. I felt high in my mind. I felt really just focused, energized, just well. I felt really well, and it was just really interesting because I went back and saw Chloe, my wife, and I was just literally just like this, sort of wide-eyed, just from the buzz of just how I felt. And she's just like, "What are you on?" I was like, "This is just laughter. You can make yourself feel like this through laughter, and it is just breathing and laughing." And that was just, it just blew my mind how it made me feel, and I was like, I need more of this in my life.
Absolutely, because I believe we take ourselves for granted sometimes, and laughing.
I'm here. I'm still here. Don't worry. I'm still here. I was just turning my music down a second. I thought it was. I felt I was in the opera there for a second. Sorry, Adam.
Hey, you're not the first to get distractions. You're not. But yeah, back to it. We do take ourselves for granted sometimes, and not see the bigger picture in laughing.
Yeah. So what was the question? Sorry, I did get completely distracted there.
No, it's just obviously like I was saying, majority of us do actually take us for granted, ourselves for granted, and others. And it's like we always hit that barrier, and always struggle to find a way over that barrier. But this is why laughing, humor, like I always say to clients myself, it's like instead of actually laughing at yourself, laugh at mental health. Yeah, you laugh at it.
Yeah. I think it's important. It's important because it's just like it's just a really good coping mechanism for dealing with mental health, and just I mean, you can't be stressed or anxious when you're laughing. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. And I will challenge anybody who is stressed or anxious that if to approach me and say, "Look, I don't believe it. Like I feel stressed and anxious about," or overwhelmed. Another one. It's just like, but when you're laughing, you're in the moment. You're in that moment, and it's not just that 10 minutes or 20 minutes of prolonged laughter that you become less stressed and anxious. It actually then will flow for the rest of the evening, and then the feedback I get from people, they sleep better. That's one question I always ask after I do a session with somebody is, how did you sleep last night? And they're like, I slept really well, actually. And there's loads of little scientific things that I want to dive in deeper into, because I feel that, it's like laughter as a form of medicine. They say it is the best medicine. It's not documented enough. It's not publicized enough. So we can take these pills that we get like subscribed by the doctor to make ourselves feel less whatever, but actually you can take a laughter pill which looks like this. That's all it is, Adam. It's just you put it in your mouth.
Exactly. So this one, it just makes it stomach.
Go on. What do you want to know?
What's next for Pete Can? What's next?
What's next? Well, it's lunch next, isn't it? Lunch is next. Then
I meant, like, are you looking?
yeah, I know what you meant. I know what you meant, mate.
Well, are you talking like live events, like
Yeah.
going on stage?
Definitely,
like
definitely. So my next plan, I mean, so bearing in mind pre-lockdown, pre-COVID, I was going into a couple of businesses. I didn't do a lot because I was, like, again, getting that back to there, the chef agency, to the Red Hat. But when I went into businesses, it was amazing. So I have, like, you know, I've got some video footage on YouTube where I'm in offices with like 50 people, and they just, you know, the energy you get in a room where, like, everyone's laughing, and I just instigate it. That's all I'm doing, is just going, right, let's do that, and then everyone sets everyone else off, and it's a beautiful thing. So the next move is to get into some offices again, get back into corporate, because I think, especially, you know, there's a lot of businesses that maybe aren't looking to step fully back into their offices. There may be a few, they're either coming, you know, a couple of days. Exactly. They're not sure. There's, you know, there's obviously the people that maybe who are working from home, used to working from home. All of a sudden they've got to go back to the office. It's like, wait there, I've, like, maybe put on a little bit of timber, I've got a little bit of grey or whatever, and they're more self-conscious about how they feel. So actually my plan is to go, well, look, bring me in. I'll do a little workshop where I can get you guys laughing, get you connected together, and then we can, you know, so that's one thing. And the other thing is from stage, you know, because the live events are going to be coming. I'm the energizer, you know, those events where you go and you're just like, especially after lunch, and you just sat there just going, right, okay, cool, I'm ready to learn. And then I come on, it's just like, right then, everyone up, let's get laughing, let's get those mind, you know, that's where I see myself, Adam.
Have you ever thought about going into schools?
Yeah, not yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
I think it's yes, I can see it would definitely work at schools 100%. It's personally, I think, because I'm from a business background and a business ownership background, that's sort of where I want to push more into the business world, sort of aim at the adults. So because actually, you know, a little story, I did a session at my children's school, all right, and I went on stage. It was their summer fete, and it wasn't very good, to be fair. No one was paying any attention to what I was doing. I mean, again, this was all the mums and dads, and there was definitely some cider involved at the time, not from me, but they weren't paying any attention or whatever. But, you know, I think a class assembly, I think, would be a magical thing to do. It would be, but yeah. But again, it's getting into that space, I suppose, to say, well, actually, you get me in. You know, I you know, I've knocked on my head teacher's door, like, you know, and he knows what I do because I showed him the video. But again, I suppose they're all busy, these teachers, aren't they? They've always got lots of stuff going on. So, and then it's one of those things like whether my kids, whether Neela and Charlie, are going to look at me and go, oh, "Daddy," or they're going to go,
embarrassed. Yeah,
exactly. Is he still doing it? But, you know, they definitely prefer a happy dad to a angry dad, and I can get a bit shouty. So
yeah. Well, maybe what you could do, obviously, because you've already got a YouTube channel as it is. I forgot my words now. Like, come across, like, do sessions for all ages, and just say, right, this is what you do first thing in the morning. Let's get you laughing. And I won't recommend laughing lasting at night, because that may keep you up at nights. We don't want that. No.
But I think you're right. It's a. I mean, I have got a video that's tailored around children that I've created. It's like a 30-minute session where we go to the zoo, and every animal is a laughter. You know, so we got the elephant, which is just like that. And we just, you know, but again, it's just me to camera. But I mean, yeah, and like, if I get my kids laughing first thing in the morning, they're in a great energy. You know, they do the wake and shake, don't they? Well, they do that for a reason. And the reason is to get the energy flowing. So actually, you know, to get everyone laughing first thing in the morning is a good start to the day, definitely.
Exactly. Hey, I'm throwing ideas at you, Pete.
You are indeed.
I am. So, yeah. Have you ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, there's a book in me. There is a book in me.
Go on now. Where can we find it?
Oh, I haven't done it yet. You'll find it.
Oh,
It's in my head at the moment, mate. It's in the head. Well, do you know what? There is one book that's out there, which is a chef book I created, which is pardon the pun. It's 69 ways to please a chef, and it's because anyone that knows chefs, they're a certain type of character, and it's quite an interesting. It's a picture book basically of just different ways of just what winds you up about waiting staff when it comes to chef, and what winds you up about customers. And so I created this book. But when it comes back to the laughter, there's a book in me, and I have in my head got it sort of planned for later this year to write. So that's why and I've not said that out openly yet. So there you go, Adam. You're just giving me some accountability right there, haven't you? Last quarter of this year, I'm going to write my book. So yeah,
maybe you should send that chef book to Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah,
because you know what he's like in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. It's I knew actually. Do you know when we went camping in Cornwall last year, and his house, we were camping near his house in Cornwall, one of his houses. Yeah, nice house. Could have just posted it through the letterbox, couldn't I?
You could have.
I just realised I look like a giant with this cup, don't I? It's just like
screenshot. But but even then, if you were posting it, you'll have security on you, CCTV, probably guard dogs. It's like, what the hell's this guy doing here?
Exactly. So, but no, it's cool. So there is a book. There is a book in me. It's just, again, whether it's my story. It has to be my story. There has to be a bit in there. There's definitely a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about. How laughter helped me through some sort of dark times in the past. So yeah.
Do you want to talk about them dark times?
Yeah, I don't mind sharing it. It's so back in 2006. Yeah, it must have been after I discovered laughter. So I would have said 17. We basically, I created an app, a chef app, which we borrowed 130 grand, and spent 2 years of my life creating this thing, and it basically just didn't take off in the end. And we had the company that we borrowed the money from came knocking on the door saying, we want your money back because they naively, as a business, we borrowed it on one business and then we started another business which broke the terms, so we were completely in the wrong, but we didn't realize we'd done it at the time, if that makes sense. But they literally 3 days before Christmas they rung up and said, we want a second charge on the house, and we want or pay, or we want it all back. And we're just like, so then it was just a nightmare, mate. Mentally I just sort of went into a real dark spot where it was more just sort of what have I done? Like, it was Chloe and myself, but personally it was my venture. I went off and created this thing. I went and did all these, these like trade shows and getting pictures with like Michelle Roux Jr. just to like getting myself positioned to there. And then I suppose when put all the energy, and then all of a sudden I think the fact it was already felt that it hadn't taken off, so therefore I felt down. But then when the company started knocking on the door, then that obviously then put me in another place where it was very much, what have I done? What have I done to the family? I've created this. Yeah, it was horrible, and just had some dark thoughts, and just and I just remember being at a beach down in Bude. We were away for half term for my birthday in February, and I remember laughter, yoga. I remember the guy Madan Kataria. I remember that I'd seen some bits about it, so I just basically grabbed the YouTube video. I had my phone on me, and I remember just being in the dunes, just watching his videos and just laughing, just following along, just these exercises and just lifting my mood. And don't get me wrong, it didn't happen overnight, but in the space of a week or two, it started actually moving, and my mind started shifting, and then I started talking to a couple of different people about it and just letting them know how I felt and how I feel that I'd let myself down, let the family down. I created this massive issue that we shouldn't have. Anyway, so and then it and it just really helped, Adam. It really, really did help me get to the point of sort of not worrying about it as much. We've paid, it's all been paid back, and that's years ago now. But I think it was the more it wasn't. I don't know. It was the combination of failing, because I failed to make this thing happen, this app take off. And I don't think anyone likes to fail at something, because especially when they put so much energy into something. And then obviously just the timing of them knocking on our door like a couple of days before Christmas, and just in this, I remember being in this like soft play area, and the phone, and just being on the phone and just going to this guy, like he's only doing his job in this company, but I was just like, yeah, effing joking. Are you effing joking? It's 3 days before Christmas and you drop this on me, and blah, 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 blah. And it just like ruined the whole Christmas. Like everything was just, it was, dark times, mate. Dark times.
Yeah. Well, going back to that word fail, I don't believe anybody ever fails, because if you look at the word fail, it really means first attempt in learning. Nice,
like that. Yeah. I've not heard that one, mate. I'm having that. Thank you. Swipe that idea. I think you're right.
There's loads. There's hawk, which is hold on pin ends. The word no really means next opportunity. So there's lots out there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, it's like, if I think about it, when I created the app, okay, so I didn't build the app myself. Obviously, I'm not that. Well, we've already covered that. I'm not that sort of person. So, but that's why I had to borrow the money to pay for it. But what I did was I positioned myself as an expert in the chef industry. I positioned, like I say, winning some trade show awards, getting these photos, getting like just creating a book, doing a podcast, doing everything. And it's just like, well, actually, wait there. Let's fast forward 5 years down the line, and the chef hat all of a sudden became this hat. And I've learned all this stuff of how to do all these things, and I've just created. So actually, the Laughter Man has had that. If I wouldn't have failed back then, like you say, what was it?
First attempt in learning.
Yeah. So first attempt. If I would have first attempt in learning back then, I would be struggling. Not struggling now, but I would be just going, right, how do I do that? How do I do that? But actually, I know how to do it all, because I've learned it all 3-4 years ago, and so no. And that's why I think I've created this Laughter Man really quickly. If I'm honest, it's just this persona's come. So I've only been doing this a year, and like some of the jobs that I'm getting, like the Co-op and Red Bull and Jägermeister, and it's like I'm getting these really nice jobs that if I wouldn't have learned how to position myself properly, then that I'd probably still be sat around trying to get things, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you're doing an amazing job with what you do.
Thank you.
So all we gotta say is, where can people find you?
So best place is peatcan.com on my website, and that's double N, as it says just down there, just there, Peatcan.
It's all in the description anyway, the website.
So perfect. So just hit my website. I mean, that's got then all my social different channels. If you want to find me socially, then LinkedIn's probably my playground. That's where I'm most active. And just come and say hi. And just let me know, if you wanna come and laugh with me at some point, then there's plenty of opportunity to laugh with the Laughter Man. We should do that now, Adam. We can't just go without laughing.
Oh, come on then. You've got me into it now.
You're not allowed to talk now, all right? That's important. Okay, so take a deep breath in. And just let out a long ha. Okay, so that's all a laugh is. It's just a ha. Okay, so we're just going to run through the 4 laughs as humans. Okay, first laugh, shallow laugh. So we're just going to tap a collarbone. And we're going to go. Second laugh, okay? Second laugh's going to come from our heart. It's going to pump blood around our body. We're going to get those endorphins flying. Tap your heart, and we're going to go. third laugh. Okay, third laugh comes from our belly. This is our start. This is our belly laugh. Okay, best Santa laugh. I want you to hold your belly, and I want you to go. Take your breath in. Breathe out. Fourth and final laugh. Okay, this is our childlike laugh. Children laugh, like I said, 200 to 300 times a day. So we're going to be childlike now, Adam. Put your hands up in the air like this, and we're going to go. How do you feel?
Ready to go. I'm going to be at this for next hour now. Oh, great.
It's good, mate. It's good. Imagine doing that for 10 minutes, doing that for 20 minutes, you know, it's just like, it just makes you feel good. And like you say, you're ready to go. So whatever you had to do in a minute, when we come off of this call, you're going to fly through it because you're going to feel in a more higher state of conscious. So,
oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. See, I've even got red in the face now, so not out of embarrassment, but yeah. Live on Facebook and YouTube as well.
Amazing.
But all I've got to say is thanks for coming on.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Adam. And then you're gonna have to we're gonna swap. I'm gonna send you the link and you come onto my Laughter Live one day. Definitely.
That's fine.
Definitely. Hopefully Tuesday next week because I've got a gap. So you Tuesday, you got to check your calendar. I know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, it's Mental Health Week next week as well. So yeah.
Is it not Mental Health Week this week?
No, I've got it next week.
No, it's this week. I'm sure it's this week. Yeah.
I thought it was next week. I'm sure it's next week. I don't know. I need to check.
Yeah. No, it's definitely...
Every day is Mental Health Week.
Oh, exactly. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? It is every day is mental health awareness. And it's just like it's good that we do these weeks. You know, have National Health or Mental Health Awareness Day, and it's good that we have that because that's the opportunity for people to speak up and put their head above the parapet and say, actually, do you know what? This has happened to me. But you're right. Every day is Mental Health Awareness Day.
Absolutely.
And if you need to talk to someone, just talk to someone. Just open up because no one's going to look at you and go, you're a wuss or you're whatever. No one's going to do that. You know, they just won't because life has moved on from when we used to be back in the Stone Age, Victorian Age, whatever. You know, where we just kept everything to ourselves and just sort of battled through it. So.
Exactly. Yeah, don't make my mistake where I kept all the abuse in me, all the pain for 21 years. That's how long I kept it.
Yeah.
But best thing I did was speak out, and now look at me. I attempted suicide 2 years ago, so I'm here today.
Nice.
Doing this.
Nice.
So yeah.
I'll take my hat off, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, Adam.
And my hat off to you as well. So. All right, I'm going to end this podcast now, and all I've got to say is have a great weekend, and please join me live Monday. It's National Children Day, so on Monday I'm going to be joined by Kerry Bear. We're going to talk anxiety. So there you go. Cheerio.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.